The WooCommerce settings for the Accounts tab. Again, reminder that this is something you would want to do before adding products to your website and or pages. So this is if you wanted to create a separate My Account page because My Account wasn't the right wording for your particular type of shop, you could create that page and then select it from the list in the drop down here. These are the endpoints, so these are the pages that you'll be redirected to throughout the account process should you need to go through any of these sections, or should your clients need to go through any of these sections to view their products, or when they're logging out, whether they're registered customer and they've lost passwords, or editing their address for new product sendings. So if you have obviously, depending whether you enable the guest registration or not would depend whether you would have registration enabled on the checkout page. If you didn't have guest registration available, then they would have to make registration, so you would want this enabled. You can also enable registration so that people can that people can register prior to buying something, so they're just registered members of your website. And then obviously display returning customer login, so that if someone's coming back to buy another product, they can log in on the checkout page without having to re-register. You automatically generate usernames for your customers' email because you want them to be reasonably secure, rather than allowing them to pick random usernames that make no sense. This also helps stop spam bots from registering on your website. It's best to let them choose the customer password because that way it's likely to be something they can remember, and they're likely to remember that when they come back, rather than some higgledy-piggledy nonsense that you automatically send them from the website. There are no other tabs on the account page. That is just the basic settings. So moving on to the email section, I got that message because I changed something and didn't save it. These are the names of the emails that will be sent out. They will be the titles of the emails that will be sent out to either the top three being yourself when a customer places an order or fails an order or cancels an order, and the emails that will be sent to the customers for various different things. So once their order is being processed, they will get that, then they will get the completed order. If you have to refund, they will get that, then they will get their invoice. Notes, if you were to send a note to the customer, or password resets, or creating new accounts when you set that up. The default recipient will be the admin of the website, which can be specified elsewhere on the WordPress settings, and then the rest will be to the customer individually based upon their account settings. You have an option. Now your from name is what shows up as in the from section in programs like Outlook. You could change that to the name of your store. That would make sense. And obviously the main email address for the admin of the website, so that when they reply it goes to the shop, for example. So you might have a shop email address, so you would change that. You then have your email template. You can preview your template. So this is where it would say new order or completed order or customer invoice, and then this would be the description of the order or the note attached. This is the footer of the email. Notice blue on white, grey, white, darker font, and then a lighter blue font at the bottom. And those colors can be changed here. There's your heading, your background color, your body of your invoice or your note, and the text, and then the footer here. And that's it for the settings for emails. You have options to configure individual emails. This gets quite complicated. For the most part of it, your default settings should be enough. So if you wanted to customize these, you would need to copy them to your individual template, so that they don't get overwritten when WooCommerce does an upgrade. Any changes that are made to email templates need to be kept separate. That's quite an advanced thing, and you would need to follow this section here. That concludes the settings options for WooCommerce. Now recommend that you find the adding a product section and category management within the rest of the videos. Thanks very much.